Welcome back, deep divers. Ready for another deep dive? You ever feel like you're just stuck, slogging through a tough time?
Oh, absolutely. I think we all have those moments.
You know those times when you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
And we've gotten some really interesting listener submissions lately, all about facing challenges head on.
Yeah. Sounds intriguing. What have they sent in?
Well, today we're going deep on this really fascinating idea from Sigmund Freud, of all people. He said, one day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful.
Most beautiful. That's an interesting way to put it, right?
It really is. It's like, when you're right in the thick of it, it's hard to see the beauty.
Right.
You're just like, get me out of this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Our instinct is to shy away from pain. It's like hardwired, right?
Exactly.
So it's natural to not welcome hardship,
It makes you wonder, though, what Freud was getting at. He seems to be saying those grueling years, the ones that really test us, might actually have like a hidden beauty to them. What do you think about that?
Well, it's important to remember, he's not saying suffering is beautiful. He's not advocating for us to seek out pain or anything.
Right.
What's really fascinating here is that he's highlighting the power that comes from overcoming these challenges.
I see, the transformative aspect.
Exactly. Think about it. Those battles, as hard as they might feel, often become like the defining chapters of our lives,
It's true, yeah. So it's less about the struggle itself and more about how we choose to come out of it on the other side.
Exactly. It's about the resilience we build, the wisdom we gain. It's in those crucibles when we're pushed to our very limits that we discover a strength we never even knew we had. Think back to a time when you overcame a big obstacle, maybe one that felt impossible at the time.
Oh, I can think of a few.
Right. And looking back on it now, how do you see that experience? Did it teach you something about yourself?
I think those are always the times you learn the most, when you're forced to.
Absolutely. Yeah, those setbacks, they're often gifts in disguise, aren't they? And something you pointed out that I found really interesting is that Freud specifically said years of struggle. He didn't say a day, he didn't say a week, he said years. This isn't about just one single event. It could be a whole season of life.
That's a long time to struggle.
Right. It can feel incredibly heavy, can it?
Right.
But what if we shift our perspective a bit? What if we look at those periods as seasons of immense personal development? Yeah, they might be filled with wrong turns, they might be filled with setbacks, but they're also filled with opportunities. It's in those times that we often discover those hidden depths to our character.
I like that a lot. Seasons of immense personal development. It actually reminds me of something I came across recently. Apparently, there's research showing that entrepreneurs who have experienced failure are actually more likely to be successful in their next ventures.
Oh, that is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, doesn't it? They've learned to adapt. They've learned from those mistakes,
Exactly. It's like smooth seas don't make skilled sailors or something like that.
That's a good one. It's those rough waters, as daunting as they may seem, that really become the training ground.
They force you to learn and grow.
Absolutely.
Wow. It makes you wonder what our life stories would even be without those chapters of struggle,
Right. Would they be as interesting?
I don't know.
Would they be as meaningful? Think about, your favorite books, your favorite movies. It's always the trials, the tribulations that make those characters so relatable.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You need those contrasts in life, those moments of darkness, to truly appreciate the light.
That is such a good point. So for anyone listening out there, and maybe you're in a tough season right now, remember Freud's words. Those struggles, however difficult, could be shaping you in ways you can't even see yet.
It's about trusting the process, right? You might be in the weeds right now. You might not be able to see that beauty yet, but it's there.
Trusting the process, give it time, it'll reveal itself.
It will. Keep your chin up.
Until next time, deep divers.